Shalom, shalom. This is Kapalia, a.k.a. Pops, out of GMS Chicago, with a brief sit-down. Before I get started, though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, and Kakwadash. To the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, the elder bishops out of Connecticut, I want to send double honors because they do rule well. For the brethren around the world, pushing truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the prophecies, correctly breaking down the interaction with the people on the planet, and bringing them the bad times to come. Send a hearty shalom and salutations. For the hopeful elect, I hope this is edifying. For the aquat, the fear and the true that's listening, sincerity, charity, keep doing so. But for the scorners, call for reprobate, 2/3 Israelites, 17 other nations, this message is not meant for you. Okay, this was a live feed. It started 59 minutes ago. 97 people are watching it. It's the Hindustian Times. Okay, it said Iceland volcano erupts for the 7th time. Okay, so I'm gonna let this play a little bit. And I'm gonna come back to it. Okay, so it's now Iceland volcano live. Volcano erupts again in Iceland. 7th eruption this year. That's why I need to emphasize this year. Now let's look up something. And I looked up something. Let's go here and look at this. So let's go back to what I looked up. I posed a question. See if it's going to go back to where I posed the question to. How many times does a volcano... hold on. Of course I'm going to mess that up. Okay. How many times does a volcano erupt in a year in Iceland? Okay, that was the question. Okay. And the answer was Iceland is among the most volcanically active places in the world. So now it erupts. It is known for being a place where volcanoes erupt. But look at what it says. In the world, with roughly one eruption every 5 years, not including submarine eruptions. Once in every 5 years. But that wasn't a submarine eruption. Okay? This is because, they're talking about stuff that pops under the water, okay? Now but this isn't that. This is above water. Okay? Every 5 years, but it says that it has happened. It's happening now, the 7th time this year. So once every 5 years, but it erupted 7 times already this year. That's how we know this is the year that this stuff could be absolutely coming to an end, And the men of GMS is absolutely looking forward to this. Okay? So now let's put some scriptures to back this up. First scripture I'm going to go to is going to be Luke. It's going to be Luke. Let's go here. It's going to be Luke 12. Come on. It's going to be Luke. Like I said, I'm not going to make this too long. It's going to be 12 and 49. What does it say? This is Yahawashi speaking. And I come to send fire on earth, and what will it what? Excuse me. I come to send fire on earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? So what is the Lord coming back to do then? He's coming back to smack this place and put order in place in the process of. That's what he's coming back to do. Okay? And so fire is a sign that the Lord is visiting the planet. Okay? I am come to send fire on earth. So when he's come, he's gonna have the chariots, the fathership. They gonna be using their lasers to zap like um um Tom Cruise in that movie The End of the World or whatever it was, where the ships showed up and was zapping people and turned them into powder and dust right there on the spot. So this is that, okay? And this is what the Lord has come back here to do. Let me go to the next scripture. Like I said, I'm not going to talk a lot or elaborate. I'm just going to let the scriptures speak for the most part. Isaiah 29 and 6. Isaiah 29 and 6. Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and what? And the flame of devouring fire. Now we know that this is talking about nuclear missiles as well, but at the same time, look at all the other things that's going to be in the midst of this. Okay? And fire is fire. Okay, thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes, okay, and great noise, because he said that the earth is gonna rock to and fro like a drunkard, and all these things. Okay. Great noise, yeah, the nuke's going off with storm and tempest. Yeah, because guess what? When them nukes go off, they're gonna also create tsunamis and all this other kind of shit. Okay. And the flame of devouring fire. So them nukes as well. But he said, what if it's already flamed? So this flame that you see going now is like that scripture where it says the sky is red. You can't distinguish the times of what we're living in and that we're at the end of the times. Why? Because for the 2/3, they don't want to establish that. But like I said, the men of the Lord are looking forward to it and just praying and hoping that Yahawashi is going to show mercy and keep them strong and let them go through it, which he will, because he said that. He's not going to give them more than they can bear. Okay, next scripture. Let's go over here and get this one here. This is going to be Sirach. Ecclesiasticus, Book of Sirach. We're going to go into the 16th chapter. We'll start at the 18th verse. This is going to be a pretty good read here. All of it's a good read when you read the scriptures, though, and with real understanding. Okay, this is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 16. I'm going to start at about 18, and I'm going to read down. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens, the deep and the earth, and all that therein shall be moved when he shall visit. All shall be moved when he visit. Is that what it said? So let's go here. Check this. Come on. Oh, really? See what I'm saying? You see, now I'm going to come back here and let this kind of move and play. See, that's above ground. And it's moving. Okay? That's above ground. You can see it. This is it. So this is 7 times in this year already. Okay. So yeah, fire is a sign. Let's go back, get the scripture. Okay. Here we go. Verse 19. The mountains also and foundation of earth be shaken with trembling when the Lord look upon them. Oh, okay. So what's got this volcano erupting 7 times this year alone when it normally erupts 1 time every 5 years? Could the Lord be looking upon it? That's what the scripture says. No heart can think upon these things worthily, and who is able to conceive his ways? Who can do that? Let me go get a scripture. Let me get a couple scriptures and prove that point. And then we're going to come back to this one. Let's go to Isaiah first. Isaiah 28 and 9. Isaiah 28 and 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Doctrine, the word of this scriptures. Like I said, so the scripture tell you, with all thy getting, get an understanding. Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Okay. Know that I'm an Israelite. Okay. Know some of the things that I'm not supposed to be. Know the things I'm not supposed to be eating, and this, that, and other. That's the milk stuff. So now you get into the meat. Like, why are all these volcanoes and everything going off? Why is this Edomite pushing for the MOTB? Why is he doing that? Because he's got a God complex? Why doesn't the scripture say America, but we know how to put virgin daughter of Babylon and Tyre and all these other kinds of things into and insert America there, knowing because of the understanding. Okay? Because like you said, it's precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little, there a little. So we bounce around and we've been taught by the men, the elders, the apostles, on down, how to be able to do this, how to get the understanding. And all of that is through the mercy of Yahawashi, because our mind wouldn't be able to receive that and accept that and believe that and trust that unless Yahawashi opened our mind in the first place. Okay? So that faith is what he had to give us for us to be able to have our mind open to be able to understand this and accept this, because we believe the scriptures were inspired by the Lord to men to write it down so that it would be here in these last days as our guideline and as our reference and as our basically our whole spirit to hold on to in the process of. Okay, let's go get one more scripture to prove this, the understanding part. Okay, Amos 3 and 6. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city? Hold on. Okay, actually, now I'm reading verse 7. My mistake. Apologize. Verse 7. Surely Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So how do we get this understanding? Because he revealed the secrets. He gives us the understanding. Okay? He have men that's been inspired to teach this, and men have been inspired to learn this. Okay? Surely, not maybe, kind of, sort of, a little bit here or there. It says, surely Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And they back. And a bunch of them are in GMS. Okay? A bunch of them are in GMS. I'm not going to say every last one in GMS because I don't watch brothers that was in this truth fall out. So I don't know who's going to fall out in the end. But he said he's going to reveal his secrets to his servants, the prophets. Okay, so now let's go back to Sirach, the 16th chapter. Let's go back there and finish that read. Sirach, the 16th chapter. We started at 18, so let's see where I'm at. Okay. The mountains also and the foundation of the earth shall be shaken with trembling when the Lord look upon them. Okay, that was when I went back and showed you that how the volcano and the lava, which is coming from down into the earth, is coming up and moving. Okay. Verse 20. No heart can think upon these things worthily, and who is able to conceive his ways? I just gave you Isaiah 28:9 and Amos 3:7 to prove that point. Okay. Okay. Verse 21. It is a tempest which no man can see, for the most part of his works are hid. Now, we got this wicked, evil generation looking for a sign. The prophets are sitting out there on the street corners being a sign in itself, like the prophet Jonah. And then we're pointing to the signs that's via the internet or when we're doing live shows or whatever, we're pointing to the signs and showing you this is what the Lord is doing. That is what the Lord is doing. You see Putin and America get ready to square off because Putin said that anybody that gives a delivery system that can come deep into Moscow or deep into Russia is now being considered an enemy of Russia as well. So you can't if you use an American system but let Ukrainians use it, but the delivery systems has to be coded and ran by American military. You've declared war as the U.S. itself. This is what this has got going on. And while that's happening, all this fire and everything else that the Lord said he's going to be a part of his signs that he's visiting the earth, it's going to be happening in the midst of. Like our salvation and the nuclear missiles are going to be happening at the same time. It says that the righteous shall scarcely be saved. Okay? Verse 22, who can declare the works of his justice? The men that wholeheartedly trust and believe in him, and, it's not their opinion. They just going to give it to you. They go give you the skinny, uncut, unfiltered. Or who can endure them? Like I said, he's not going to give them anything more than they can endure. Oops. For his covenant is afar off, and the trial of all things is in the end. So we're coming to the end of this now. We're coming to the end of this now. And I don't know why this is coming up behind. Why? Okay, so now where am I at? Who can declare the works of his justice, his prophets, or who can endure them? He said that he's not going to give them more than they can endure. For his covenant is afar off, and the trial of all things is in the end. So this is how we know we're coming up to the end. So a prophet's spirit is subject to a prophet. So if there was prophets before, they're gonna be doing prophet work in the end. Verse 23. He that wanteth understanding will think upon vain things, and a foolish man erreth, imagineth follies. My son, hearken unto me and learn knowledge, and mark my words with thy heart. Meditate on these precepts. I will show forth doctrine and way and declare his knowledge exactly. Okay? I will study, I will show forth in way and declare his knowledge exactly. So, correctly and directly, as we say, to do it correctly and directly. Okay? Study to show thyself approved. A workman not be ashamed. Correctly and directly. I will show forth doctrine and way and declare his knowledge exactly. The works of Yahweh, the works of Yahweh are done in judgment from the beginning. He told Jeremiah in the womb that he knew thee. And from the time he made them, he disposed the parts thereof. Okay? Okay? So the prophets, the judges, those was all done in the beginning. Those were parts of the first fruits. Okay? Yahweh made his son Yahawashi, and the first fruits are what Yahawashi made. And then everything else was made behind that. Okay? I'm going to get one more scripture. We'll call that a day right there. Let's see where we go. Second Ezra. Let's do this. Second Ezra 6. 17 and 18. Then I'm going to jump down to 24. Second Ezra 6, verse 17. And it happened that when I had heard it, I stood up upon my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sound of it was like the sound of many waters. That sounded like the voice of Yahawashi, if you understand your scriptures. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. But when he started doing that, what was going to be the signs? Those things, earthquakes and stuff. Okay? I'm going to jump down to 24. At that time shall friends fight one another like enemies. So now you got Edomite squaring off against Edomite. You've got Putin declaring nuclear war against America. Another Edomite that's put in place. Nero has been put back in place. Donald J. Trump. Okay, so you got friends squaring off, but you got Joe Biden that lit a fuse in the process of on his way out. Let's keep that again.
That's not a real word.
Doing it again. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Okay, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear. So now that Putin has said that, the earth is in fear. You got people believe that the nuclear war can actually jump off now. And the last time that it was like that, you had kids squatting up on the fucking desk tables, covering their head, kneeling down, covering up their heads and whatnot, getting up under their desk, like that was gonna protect them from the nuclear war and the nuclear blast. How stupid was that, huh? Okay. Well, actually, let me go on back here and read 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and shall see my salvation in the end of your world. So who's going to be that? That's going to be the elect. The men that's not slated to die. They go get a chance to see that. And the ones that died in the truth, they're going to meet them. They're going to meet the ones that died in the truth in the air, as they all go upon to the fathership to watch America become the desert that it's going to be. Because that's where the bulk of these nukes are going to be coming to. And so the end of your world is going to be the end of Esau's ruling era, the end of the wickedness that it is. Okay? Verse 26, and the men that I receive shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. So wickedness is going to be put out and righteousness is going to be brought in. And those signs of fire is just that, a sign showing just that. So this is a glorious time to be alive and seeing this. Okay? This is a glorious time to be alive and seeing this. 7 eruptions in 1 year. I hope that that's satisfying. I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, elder bishops out of Connecticut, double honors again. Brethren that's pushing this truth, uncut, unfiltered. Hey, stand strong, 10 toes down, and do the work. It's coming. Hopefully, hope that's edifying. For that whole first group, a hearty shalom, and for the 2/3 and the rest of the 17 other nations, a bar.